The reptiles are here. 7:44. Sounds like a rock and roll band, maybe, Riaz. But no, we're talking about bearded dragons, geckos. Val's here from Reptile Rescue. Hi.
Hi.
So these guys need homes, but I think a lot of BT viewers, including myself, would love to know what it takes to care for one before we consider bringing one home.
That's a good idea.
So this cage that you have over there is pretty big. Is that where something like this bearded dragon Thor would live?
No, Thor would need a larger tank. This would be a typical leopard gecko setup. So this guy here would live in this cage.
Does your gecko have a name?
This is Belle.
Hi, Belle.
And suddenly decided that she wants to run. And Thor and the snake would have a bigger cage.
Yeah, Riaz, you're kind of quiet over there. What's up?
I'm not moving. I'm staying on the python's good side. But let's talk about the gecko. If somebody wants to adopt a gecko, what's the reality if you're bringing that home and caring for it?
A leopard gecko can live 15 to 20 years, so they have quite a long lifespan.
Similar to a cat?
Yeah, it's very similar to a cat. And they're a great starter reptile, for lack of a better term, I guess. But with young kids, you have to be careful handling them. Their tail can come off fairly easily.
Does it grow back?
It does, and it usually grows back really weird looking.
What does a gecko eat?
They eat insects, live insects. So crickets is our main staple that we feed them.
Good cricket protein.
I know.
The thing right now.
Yeah, it is. It's a fad. And what about if you're upgrading to something like Thor here, the bearded dragon?
Bearded dragon.
What does a bearded dragon eat?
Bearded dragon will eat a salad.
Yeah,
a mixed salad, and it's not just your basic like lettuce, carrots, that sort of thing. The darker leafy greens, dandelion is a huge favorite, and also live bugs. So crickets again. They need a bigger tank, and they need a special light, UVB light, to help their body absorb calcium.
And Thor is a little sharp, like his nails and even his back are quite sharp, but not to the point where it's hurting me.
No. No. I mean, if his nails were really, really long and sharp, if he wanted to, he could scratch you good, but...
I kind of have this impulse, like I want to kiss him like he's a frog and turn him into a prince. Wow. He's
I thought you were going to go
relaxed.
for it right there.
What would happen? I don't know. Well, that's what, you know what, I'm really curious about the emotional connections with reptiles, Val. You know, for people who maybe only have experience with dogs or cats where you get kind of that loving energy back. Do you feel that the same way from a reptile?
It's some you do.
Yeah.
I have I have 3 snakes, but one in particular is like my heart snake, and
you feel the connection.
Yeah, I just really felt the connection when I got him, and like reptiles aren't huggable like a dog is. Maybe more like a cat, where yeah, you can hug me for a minute, but if you do it again, I'm gonna scratch your eyes out. Reptiles can make great pets for people that maybe have fur allergies or like allergies to fur-bearing animals, or for people that maybe aren't allowed dogs or cats in their rental housing, and maybe they're allowed a caged animal.
Or ball python. Tell us about Era right here.
Eric came to us a little over a year ago. He was abandoned outside a store at the beginning of January last year when we had all that sub-zero weather and really cold. And he was abandoned with 2 other snakes. So we've had him just over a year. We've had interest in him, but not as much as I would have expected.
Real talk, Val. Does a python like that, are we into frozen mice
Yeah,
for
he
food?
eats rats.
Yeah.
And we buy all our food frozen.
Okay.
We don't feed live, and thawed out for him, and so Era likes rats. And he is probably not full grown. We don't know his age, but we're guessing him to be between 3 and 4.
And getting to know you.
It's very, when you talk about the relationship, it's very calming. The sense that drives the python, is it taste? Is it smell?
It's smell.
It's smell.
Yeah. It's smell. And then they'll also they'll sense heat as well. So they'll along the side of the lips. You can see little holes. Those are heat pits.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, France, if you can get in close and see that. Well, reptilerescuerichmond.org is the website?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me just check my brain.
You know.
You can find us on Facebook, too.
And let us know if our BT viewers adopt one. We'd love to see the photos. Breakfast television continuing after this.